Hi Bookends, welcome to a 10-min check-in. I'm 10. Today we're going to be doing a tag. We were tagged in it by Olivia's Catastrophe. I'm going to leave a link to her YouTube channel in the description. But the name of the tag is Booktube Real Talk Tag. So as you can see from my brilliant unicorn, oh, my unicorn mug got washed out from the lights. Can you see it better? There we go. As you can see from my beautiful unicorn mug, we are going to sip some Booktube tea. Okay, the first question. What's something nobody told you about Booktube before you started your channel? Something that nobody told me about Booktube was how time consuming it would be. I thought I would just read a book, review a book, and you know, that's it. But because there is a whole community, and because I'm being blessed to become a part of that community, it becomes time consuming because I have all these great new people I can talk to, and I also watch their videos, comment on their videos, and look up the books that they're looking up. So yeah, it's time consuming. No one told me it'd be this time consuming. What is your opinion on typical Booktube videos? I.e. wrap-ups, TBRs, which are to be read, book hauls. So I don't really have a problem with them. However, if I am looking for something to watch, I generally won't. I like book hauls, but if I'm looking for like something to learn something new from, generally book hauls aren't intensive. It's like, hey, I bought a book, this is what the book is called, brief description, move on. So they're not my favorite. I don't dislike them. They're not my favorite. My favorite would probably be book blogs, just because I enjoy getting to know people. I enjoy getting to see different surroundings. I'm from the United States of America, and a lot of people that I follow are either from different parts of the U.S., not from where I am, or are from outside of the U.S., like United Kingdom, Britain, Belgium, Australia, Netherlands. So I follow people who are outside the US as well, and I like to see how things are done, even just outside of where I am. I like to see how things are done, and I also like to see how the area you live impacts the kind of books that you read, or how the books that you read impact how you behave in the area that you're in. And some people don't look at those little nuances, but you know, someone who's in Great Britain, let's say, or yeah, Great Britain. Now I'm not talking about the popular books. I'm not talking about like the books everyone's talking about. I'm just talking about like regular books that people care about, like, you know, the stuff that they just get because they like it. Some of the booktubers I follow that are in the Great Britain area, you know, like it's one place, who are in Great Britain, their day-to-day book choices are different from the people or the person I follow in Belgium, and hers is different from someone that I follow who's in the Netherlands, and hers is different from someone that I follow who's in France, and hers is different from someone I follow that is, I believe, in Africa. And so, you know, where you live, it kind of influences your book choices, I believe, in a way. And so that's why I enjoy the book blogs more than any other kind of video. Although I'd have to say book blogs, wrap-ups, TBRs if they pertain to anything. What I'm not really interested in are, what are those things called? Bookshelf tours. I mean, they're nice and all, but I think that could be done in an Instagram photo that I can like and look at, rather than an entire video where I'm just watching someone pan through their books. Next question. What is an assumption you had about Booktube before you joined? Was it proven to be correct or not? An assumption I had to do, I'm sorry about my nails, they're a little bit chipped. Anyway, an assumption I had was about growth. I was under this misguided impression that it would just automatically start to grow, my channel will automatically start to grow quickly based upon the content itself, and I had to come to realize that Booktube is a community within a community, because there is the entertainment community, right? People who do reviews on different entertainment value things like movies, shows, you know, places, just different entertainment value things. And then you have the niches within that entertainment, and Booktube happens to be one of those niches. So Booktube isn't that big of a YouTube niche, and so I did not know how slow growth could be. But I'm not even mad about that, because I've been able to meet so many people, and because I guess I'm not one of the bigger booktubers, I'm able to actually interact with those people, and they're not just like a name underneath a video or a blip underneath a video. So I was proven wrong. My assumption was that I would grow quickly, and I was proven wrong, because that's just not how Booktube works. But it's okay, because I've met so many great people, so it's more about quality than quantity. What is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? A common mistake for me was the wrong camera. So and I see this with other people too, I was in a rush to start my booktube, and I didn't think that the camera on my phone was that good. So I went out and got like $100 camera from Walmart, and that's what we did our first videos on. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was a little bit grainy in comparison to the one that I have now. And I think that if I had just waited and saved up and got the one that I have now, which is, I believe, the Canon SX730, I think it is. It's the one with the flip screen, so I can see myself. If I just saved up and got that first, I probably would have had better quality videos towards the beginning. And so I think that's a mistake that a lot of booktubers in general make. The ones that I've seen who are just starting out, not just like how I was just starting out, they rush out and get equipment that isn't really great to use. You don't have to get something expensive, but you do have to get something that you know will work. So watch other booktubers who are established and see what they're using. A lot of them use their iPhones. I went out and bought a camera because I like to use my phone while I'm recording. Also, lighting is important. I didn't know anything about ring lights or staging lights or anything like that, so some of the videos look a little dark. And also, you don't have to spend a lot of money on that. eBay and Amazon are your best friends. I got my camera from eBay. I got my light from eBay. I got so much from eBay for really good prices. So yeah, that's the mistake. Rushing in and not getting the proper equipment, and then having crappy looking videos with good content, but crappy looking videos in the beginning. What are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? I don't think there's anything wrong with working with publishers, as long as you don't end up becoming a publisher house girl or a publisher house guy. So basically what that means is, as long as you're giving honest reviews on what it is you're reading, you know, then it's cool. Like, not even publisher houses want publisher house girls and publisher house guys, because if every review that you give for this particular publishing house is like 10s all the way around, like nothing is, like you have no points of contention about anything that comes out of their publisher house, no, people are going to stop trusting you. Because, you know, even if you go to a place that you like to eat the food at, you know, they're going to serve you something that wasn't that great at one point or another. And it's the same with publisher houses. So it's nothing wrong with working with them, as long as you stay true, and as long as you make it clear to the people who are watching you that you received this for free. You know, whether you got it from NetGalley or you wrote the publisher an email, just make it clear that you got this for free. You are not particularly endorsing a publisher. You're reading a book and you're letting them know your thoughts on the book, the quality of the writing, things of that nature. Now, I haven't had a sponsorship, but I think sponsorships are okay too, as long as, once again, whoever's doing it is honest about the product. Which means, if you're trying to sell me a crappy product because you're getting paid a percentage of the sale of the crappy product, I'm not going to be happy. However, if you use the product and the product works for you, whether it's jewelry or a beauty product or a book subscription, if it's good for you and you believe it's good for me, then yeah, I might give it a go. But if you're endorsing crap and you know it's crap, and you're just telling everybody, hey, buy this crap, because if you buy this crap, I make money off of this crap, then nah. I'm not with it. And lastly, do you think Booktube is dying? I do not think that Booktube is dying. However, sometimes I feel like the quality of Booktube may be dying. So once again, I'm just a little booktuber, so it's not, you know, I'm not that big of a deal. But I think there's a lot of fangirl, fanguy things going on Booktube where people aren't really reading the books, or even on Bookstagram. People aren't really reading the books. It's like they stage these beautiful pictures, beautiful, colorful, well-coordinated pictures, and then you ask them what the book's about. I'm like, I don't know, I just bought it because it was a nice cover. Or I don't know, I just did this because it would get likes. Or when watching a book review on Booktube, someone will be fangirling or fanguying over a particular character, or a particular ship, which is just short for relationship, and or OTP, one true pairing, like just gushing over that. But then you ask them, okay, but what else happened in the book? I don't know. What was the purpose of the book? What did the protagonist have to fight against aside from getting with the girl or getting with the guy or getting with the whoever? And they can't answer that because they didn't really care about the book per se, just more so, I don't know. This is stuff that perhaps younger viewers are like they enjoy, perhaps, maybe. But for me personally, I don't think that Booktube is dying. I just think that it's not as analytical, perhaps, as it used to be. Because I've watched Booktube for a long time. I only joined Booktube as a actual recorder on it, like a booktuber, last year. But I've been watching it for a long time. And I remember I joined back around when Hunger Games came out. And at that point, there were these deep discussions about Katniss and about District 12, about the place that surrounded District 12, about how the people in District 12 acted, about the Hunger Games themselves, how even though Peeta, you know, was financially in a better position than Katniss, emotionally he wasn't, and you know, just there were just so many different things to discuss. It wasn't just about I ship Peeta, I ship Gale, you know. But as the years went on and as more YA fiction became cookie cutter, it became less about the content of the book. And I can admit the content of some YA books have gone down, you know, but became less about the content of the book and more about the ships of the characters. And also it became about the book cover. Alright, I know you can't judge a book by its cover, but it became more so, oh yeah, I bought this book because the cover's pretty. I have no idea what it's about. I like the cover. Don't ask me what it's about because the cover's pretty. So in that way, the quality has gone down, but there are still analytical booktubers out there. There are still the ones who read it, think about it, and then come back and tell you what the book is about. Sounds of the Ghetto in the summer. Release all the friction. Anyway, so yeah, there are still some booktubers who will examine a book and then come back and tell you about it. It doesn't have to be a long thing, 10, 15, 20 minutes, but there are still the booktubers who would do that. There are the booktubers who won't, who are just make it all about a particular character or make it all about the book aesthetics, you know, which is fine. To each his own. There's a niche for everyone. Right? Everybody has their niche. Yeah. So, I'm going to tag a few booktubers. I don't know if they've already done this already, but I'm going to tag them down below in the comments. So if they haven't already done it, then they can. If they have already done it, then, you know, you guys just please leave a link to your tea video in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys like what you see, please like and subscribe. Bye, Bookends.